This episode is brought to you by Leo Bato and Associates, ang realtor na patok.
I chose mental health as my advocacy for Miss Philippines USA because it was something I can relate to. On a daily basis, I struggle with anxiety, depression. That's what my therapist told me. Also, abandonment issues, which is whatever. But I get over
Abandonment
those. I get over those
issues.
because I'm just like, I can just tell myself not like that people aren't permanent. So it's fine. I got over those.
Whoa! Stay. Okay, I have abandonment issues as well.
Oh, you do as well.
When people leave me, it's like, what did I do wrong?
It's them. It's not you.
Did we have that conversation? Look, he's laughing.
It's really them. It's not you. Like,
Michael's laughing because I'm like, wait, I have those issues. Mike, what?
I have good friends that I'm not. I had good friends that I'm not friends with anymore.
Let's
and
talk about them. Let's talk about them. Now, this is therapy. Let's 5 minutes from
well,
go.
I don't know. These people. LOL. I had one person in mind already. Well, basically, like we were all going through a hard time, and like she thought I was talking shit, and I was not talking shit. I was her biggest supporter.
Yeah.
Always.
Yes.
Always her best friend. Never would say a bad thing about her. Even like she wasn't even in the wrong. Like
Right?
I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But we're not friends anymore because she didn't want to be friends anymore. And I'm not gonna force that on someone ever.
See,
But we all have problems, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
anyways,
I forced
Yeah.
myself. Like I was like knocking on my friend's door, going, "What the heck happened?" And my wife goes, Jaja goes, "Can you stop doing that?" I go, "But we've been friends for a long time. I'm one of his best supporters," and so I can relate.
you care more than others. Yeah.
Right?
I always get that shit end of the
Like
stick.
hashtag what happened to us. Okay,
We used to be best
Yeah,
friends.
right?
And now we're not.
so and seriously, I think it affects the abandoned more than them,
The people who are the abandonee.
the abandonee.
The
Yeah,
dad who's going to get some milk.
I think that's separation anxiety issues.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of that too, literally. But
Okay, so you had
Yeah.
all of these.
yeah, so my mental health journey is that I started getting anxiety and depression mostly in high school. So I was just like a really outgoing kid. Like I didn't seem like I had issues, but like I kind of was just like really energetic all the time. We always had to like do something. But yeah, so anxiety, we listened to a little bit of my mental health podcast
Yeah.
before that I did.
Is it okay
With
if I
my
post
friend.
the link in the description so that
Yes,
people can listen to it?
I'd love that because my friend Nicholas Seminario,
Shout out, Nick.
shout out Nick, shout out Dark Angel Podcast.
Mm.
He just started this podcast maybe about 2-3 months ago, and I was the first episode. I was the first episode. I had the pleasure of doing it. It was the first time I talked about my mental health battle and my journey. And he has released like 8 or 9 episodes since then. He's doing great. He's very well organized, and there's also an apparel company attached to it, so clothing.
Yeah.
And the images like truly like depict what it feels like to have anxiety and depression. So for the depression one, there's like someone crawling out of like a deep dark hole with like a ladder, and it's I love the art. I love the whole idea behind it. That's why I support it so much. And always will. So yeah, shout out Dark Angel Podcast. And if you want to hear more about like my full sob story, you can listen to
I
that.
know. I heard a portion of it, and it was
It's so sad.
it was moving. Actually, it was more moving than sad.
I appreciate it. It's
Because
emotional. For
It
sure.
was, and I guess we were talking about I can never understand what you're going through.
Well, yeah, we were talking about someone else, but yes, we can never truly understand like when somebody says, "Oh yeah, I get it, I understand." Like, no, honey, you don't, because we all experience things differently, and we all have like like the pain scale. It's like you're 10, like we all have different 10s,
Right.
as well,
Right.
Like some of us have not even experienced 10s. Some of us are saving our 10s for like the greatest hurt of all. Who knows, but. Yeah. So apart from that,
Were you able to talk to your parents about what was going on inside growing up?
No.
Or did you just, you said you were very energetic, you were jolly, or looking back in hindsight, were you just masking it?
I don't know. Like okay, so here's the thing. I don't remember. I have like PTSD that I don't really talk
Right.
about because I don't really like to say I have PTSD because there are literal like soldiers who came back from the army who have
But
PTSD.
again, excuse me, Miss Sam, but
I know.
it's relative.
There's no comparing.
Yeah.
I do that though.
So
I
you're
do-
you're downplaying yourself.
Exactly, but I don't like to upplay myself. That's what
Okay,
I'd like to
all right,
avoid. So
all right.
I'll downplay myself, but I don't want to upplay it.
Okay,
That's
fair
why
enough.
I say I don't talk about PTSD or call it that. But anyways, I don't have any memories or like majority of my memories from before the age of just like middle school, I want to say. So like 10 or 12. So I have like core memories, but I don't really know when they happened. Like memories, like they blur together. If you ever ask me, like, or if I tell you a story, I'll tell you I was 4 or 7. That's some like I didn't realize that until like I hit a certain age, and I was like, I was not 4 or 7. Like I don't even know what age I was. I could not tell you what age I was, honestly, and I didn't even know that I lost. Or my brain protected me from this trauma at such a young age until my friend told me he had the same thing.
I agree.
And I
'Cause
was like, oh my God, wait, I don't remember.
it's true because my wife protected herself from that. She doesn't have memory from, I think, age 7 down. A friend of ours, Joe, doesn't have a memory from 18 down.
I can't even.
I'm like, JJ doesn't even know he's around.
mentally somewhere else. I can relate.
But kidding aside, we have to respect that. You can't question that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you can't. It's honestly just something that either exists in your mind or doesn't. It's something that I don't even know if I could dig up those memories. Like I feel like I would need like deep hypnosis. But like also like why would I want to remember? Like it's just constant fighting that blends it all together. You know, in my household I had like just a unhealthy household growing up, you know? So excuse me.
That's okay. I mean, it's raw.
Yeah, it's raw. But yeah, so it was just hard to grow up
Give
there.
me an advice. I'm a father. I have kids. If my kids come up to, and parents, I hope you guys are listening because this is for us.
Yes,
Okay.
please listen.
You come to me, Dad. How would you come up to me, and what should I not do to make it worse?
About what?
About
Any issues?
Yeah. Because sometimes, right, your demographic would rather just go on social media or
Being
they
depressed is a
yeah.
trend. So like,
Right.
if people can be depressed, they will because they literally like it.
Like a lot of, do you know the app Day One, that journal app. A lot of people are
Maybe.
on it because a lot of people would rather just journal their depression than talk to their parents about it. I'm like, ooh. So
It took like I just have like a lot of. I don't have like good memories of conversing with my father about mental health. So,
but now that you are aware of this,
but I did have one. So
Okay.
there is one. It was maybe like when I told him I had no memories before the age of 12, actually. So like he had no clue, maybe up until like 5 months before I moved out. And it's been like 2 months since I moved. So like
Wow.
I didn't really. Like, nobody knows what's going on until you tell them, guys.
Yeah,
Like, we need
thank
to...
you.
Like, they don't know. Like, they really can't read your mind. Like, they don't know what you're going through. And, like, you can't expect them to
Right.
obviously understand either. But advice I would give to you as a father is just... I don't know. If you notice something's wrong, or if you can, like, tell and you don't say anything, that's on you. And just know that, you know? Like... If you do notice something's wrong and you say something to her and she's a little like
Yeah.
no, I don't want to talk about it, just be like, okay, when you're comfortable, or if there's something that you think I can help you with, then you can talk to me about it. I just want you to know that I'm here for you. And that's just something that a lot of people need to hear.
that's
Was that really? I'm
it
sorry.
is. No, it is good because as parents, like we tend to brush it off. Like what's wrong? Like sometimes even the inflection.
Nothing. I just had a bad day at school.
get over it, right? You know,
Or it's
and
just
then
like, well, it's school. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be fun.
I've encountered, and I when I was a young father, I caught myself going, what's wrong with you? You know, when I was your age, ooh,
Interesting.
those are bad things. Like, because my experience is different from your
Yeah,
experience,
of course.
and both of us are empaths, and you know,
Sensing as empaths. Yes, we sense a lot.
yes.